Look at that episode. Yo, 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 yo. Oh my gosh. Listen, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into both episodes 4 and episode 5. Episode 4 gave us the setup. Episode 5 was the main course. That was the buffet that we got to feast at. Everybody got something to eat. Everybody walked off with seconds. Now, I know that there's a lot that we're going to want to discuss while we're together, but before we get started, I missed y'all. Can we just take a moment to just get back together, y'all? Listen, who do we have up in here? Who do we have up in here tonight? I gotta know who's up in the chat with us. Listen, I'm doing something I don't normally do. I'm going live on a Sunday. It's usually Monday night movies. We're here on a Sunday. I think the episode is on right now. We're competing with the show for people who haven't watched it on the app. Let me see who's showing us some love on a Sunday. Oh, we got Dion Sherman. What's going on, Dion? Where you checking in from? Listen? When you drop into this chat, I need you to not only say what up, but let me know where you checking in from. Listen, maybe I've been to your city. Maybe somebody here has been to your city. It all helps us feel closer with one another, and this way just make the FROMily a big, much more open and inclusive place where we feel connected to one another. So go ahead, please do me a favor. Please drop in your hellos and where you're checking in from. Thank you, everybody. Who else we got over here? Michael Lamont, what's going on? Michael Lamont, Gothic Chica. How you doing, girl? Welcome back. It's good to see you on a Sunday. Lisa, hey, Miss Lisa, how you doing, girl? How you doing? I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Follow Walker, yeah, you caught us live. You caught us live on the Sunday. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it. What else we got up in here? We got Kayla Deshay. Hey, girl, saying hey to the FROMily. Everybody give Kayla Deshay a nice hey back in the chat. But don't forget, let me know where you checking in from. And also, yo, yo, what was the biggest WTF moment of that episode? You said you wanted answers, right? Right? That's what you wanted, right? It comes wrapped in pain. Yo, what was the biggest? Like, there's so many things that you can choose from when you think about it. There's everything with Jade, and finally getting answers with the people he's been hallucinating. Well, some of them. There was oh man, oh man, oh man. The lake of tears. How do we talk about the lake of tears and also fears coming to life? How do we get into that? How do we dissect that on a just we're in it together. Thankfully, you guys are here with me and we're able to go through this episode scene by scene if we need to. But we're going to get to it. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, this episode didn't just give us clues, it gave us receipts. Wet, creepy, lake soaked receipts that look like they came out of a haunted Build-A-Bear with bad credit and, I don't know, hunger. We got human-sized nightmare dolls coming out of the lake. We got Donna looking at everybody like, y'all really pulled this mess out the water and thought this was fine. We got Roger officially entering the donkey of from town conversation because my man pulled that rope like he was opening a prize at a game show. Uh, Congratulations, Roger. You played yourself. You may have released another final boss. Then we got Ethan, right? We got Ethan. And for a second, I thought the show was finally letting Ethan be wrong. The bird is gone. Ethan is burying it. Tabitha thinks she finally helped him let go of the Lake of Tears stuff. And I'm sitting there like, okay, maybe the boy wonder took an L, right? No. Because 5 minutes later, Ethan looks at those cursed lake dolls and says, those were scarecrows. And now he's right back in the game. This is why I keep saying we need to listen to Ethan. This boy is not just saying random kid stuff. He's not just playing, like with storybook words. Ethan is the only person in From Town reading the instruction manual while the adults keep using it like it's a coaster. And Tabitha, I love you, but ma'am, how many impossible things have to happen before you stop treating your son like he's making macaroni art? Then we got Jade. Oh, Jade. He took the mystery mushrooms from the woods of From Town, which is already a terrible plan. It's not science. This is a deleted scene from a wellness retreat run by the devil. But somehow it worked. Because this man looks up and sees a giant sign that just says answers with an arrow pointing like from installed a cursed YouTube thumbnail in the middle of town. I know every theory channel watching that scene felt personally attacked. A big arrow, mystery text, the truth revealed. From basically looked at all of us and said, yeah, we see y'all. But jokes aside, that Jade scene might be one of the biggest mythology moments of the season. We had so much happen with him in his mushroom journey from beginning to end. The spiders came back. We can't ignore those things. We can't ignore when we see the spiders. Seriously. The violin music, the young Jade, Boyd being his anchor. And now we have to ask the big question. And I really want to know what your theories are in the chat on this one. Please listen. I don't care what platform you're on. You're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube. Chime in on this for me, please. Did Jade actually leave the sheriff's station? Did Jade actually leave the sheriff's station? All right, let me see. What do we got up in here? Let me see what is everybody saying? I'm Oh man, I'm sorry. I left you up here that whole time while I was sitting here having a long monologue. Let's see. Joe Walk 82. I missed these live chats from Sydney. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for chiming in. Look, I missed these live chats with y'all too. It's an honor to be able to do these things with y'all. I miss y'all. I have fun doing it. Um, and I need help. I can't do this by myself. If you guys aren't in the comments giving me things that you saw that I didn't, we wouldn't get as far as we've gotten. That's the honest truth. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Um, Cheryl Renee from Buffalo. Buffalo in the house. What's going on? Listen, I know Buffalo. I know Buffalo. I used to be up in Buffalo. I used to be off of Bailey on what was I on? Was I on LaSalle? Um, then I was on Potomac and Grant over on the west side. Um, I was over by Delavan. Listen, I was I was out in Buffalo's. What up? How you doing? How you doing? Make sure you stop. Yo, them wings, them wings, them wings. All right, let me keep it going. Kayla's from Minneapolis. I ain't never been to Minneapolis. That's one I ain't never been to. I hope the information about episode 6 coming out May 31st is false. I I think it might be true. I think it might be true. And to be honest with you, I actually appreciate it because I need the time. Oh my gosh. You guys probably already noticed I didn't even get my deep dive out yet. But I wanted to go live and talk to you guys right now. What up, Virginia up in here, Augusta, Georgia up in here. What's going on? Freddie Bullock, uh, Bling Crush. Uh, Originally born in the Bahamas, but raised in Chicago for most of my life, though I'm in Charleston, West Virginia. Yo, you are a transplant. You have gotten around. Like, yo, the best thing is that you bring the best seasoning with you everywhere you go. Like as you hit other cities, you got like you take up what we got from the Bahamas and we go over to Chicago, we pick up a little bit of that seasoning and we stop off in West Virginia where they ain't got no seasoning and we corner the market, tell the block we back. Oh, what's going on? Yes, hit that like button. I don't even know what the likes are. Listen, like, subscribe, hype, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. Please hit that like button. It makes me feel good. It really, really does. I don't I don't know what else to say. Thank you. Hit that like button. Um mm, Big thing with those dolls. Confirming Jade was reincarnated. Henry. Ooh, Henry. Oh, Henry. Henry. How's everybody feeling about Henry? Be honest. Are you like, because like Henry drinks a lot. Every time he gets to a certain point, he picks up the bottle. And I'm like, how do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think about Henry? Oh, we got some. Let me break it out for old time's sake. Yeah. Thank you, Joe Whack. Joe Whack, I appreciate you. Yeah, 82, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I really, really, really appreciate that coming through. And we got one more for. Hey, I want to let y'all know. Hey, Ooh, Dion Sherman, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you coming through, brother. Listen, let me just go ahead and throw this on up. If you guys feel so inclined, you can always donate. You don't have to. It's down there. Appreciate you. But Dion, let me see what you got to say, brother. I don't think we'll be seeing the Lake of Tears this season. And if my intuition served me correctly, I think it's been revealed that this place takes people emotions and perverts it. You know, there's been this confirmation that people's fears become threats. And that is absolute evidence to what you're saying as far as it taking their emotions and perverting it. I'm 100% with you. I'm still holding out hope that this bird is going to raise out that dirt like a phoenix into the sun and reignite my 100% unwavering belief in the Ethan rules. Now, for those of you who don't know, wait, do I have it? Do I have? I don't have it. I don't have it. All right, all right, all right. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. That's okay. Um, I have unshakable support for Ethan. I think most of you who've been watching me on live streams, deep dive videos, breaking down each of the episodes, you know Ethan is writing the rule book as we move forward, or at least he's reading it and interpreting it for us in a way that helps us understand what the hell is going on. But thank you for that. The Ethan rules. Let me see what else. What else do we got? So there's a lot of stuff that we definitely want to talk about. Oh, let me see real quick. What did you guys think about whether or not they left the station? Lake of Fears. Those dolls. I wouldn't be surprised that he buried. Nah, Tabitha needs to take some mushrooms. Nope, you don't think that they left the station. No, in his head, he left. I think they didn't leave. Nah, he didn't leave. He just had answers he already had. Nah, I don't think so. Okay. 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 All right. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm not going to say any of you are wrong. I'm not going to say any of you are wrong. What I am going to say is I have a counter argument that and it's going to be in the deep dive. I'm going to release the deep dive. I guess maybe I'll release it tonight after this, right? After this live stream, I'll just release the deep dive and it'll go into my theory that I want you guys to consider as well. Now, I've got a strong argument for the idea of there being before I called it time loops. Now I'm going to just outright say there's alternate timelines. There's way too many things where people are finding, inconsistencies. Motel sign, the way people look. people's dreams when they're in From Town, the dreams they have, it could be that they're remembering, I don't know, something that they forgot, but it could also be alternate timelines. I'm going to get into that in my deep dive. I'll publish it after this. Thank you guys. What do we got? Felt bad for Henry. Thank you for coming through, Greta. I appreciate you. I mean, Henry, man. I mean, he's really really trying right now. He's really trying. He's he went to Victor to try to console Victor. Hey son, talk to your dad. And then the information he got from Victor devastated him. Who knew? Listen, I'm telling you right now, the things that happen to the people in this town, when you really add them up per person, they're really horrific. And everyone has a really strong case for having the worst experience since arriving in this town. When you really break down the individual journeys of characters, they have horrible experiences when you add them up. All of them have been traumatized on levels since coming to this town. Nobody walks away untouched. Henry Henry is in a interesting circle, but he's not alone when you think about it. Like, he's in the same boat as Kenny when you think about it. He's in the same boat as Ethan, Julie, Tabitha. Not to say that this is a it really devastated him after 40 years of anticipation of and curiosity as to what happened to his family. He must have wrote them off years ago, reopened that wound, and then went through such horrific trauma. I could go on and on about Henry, but man, I'm thank you. Joe Wack, love your work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Really, 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 really do. Henry needs a hug. Ooh, Henry drank a lot of that bottle. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Love that. The Ethan rules. Yeah. You know what? Let me pull my little graphic on this. I thought I had it up here, but I guess I didn't. I didn't upload this one. That's okay. I'm gonna upload it in a second. Get it up here so everybody can see from far away the Ethan rule. Yeah. Who else? Who else is checking out? We got like 100 people in here now. We got like 100 people up in here. Thank you all for coming through. Let me know where you are coming in and checking in from. If you are new here, stand up, raise your hand, let us know where you're checking in from. Maybe we've been there, maybe someone here has been to where you're from. Letting us know where you're from helps us feel a little bit more connected with one another. Please share your. Now I'm going to be better prepared. Oh, where's that? The Ethan rules. So now, for a long time, we've been talking about Ethan and the way that he's been absorbing the story. Now, one of my favorite videos, one of my favorite deep dives I put together is the one from season 1, episode 8. And I'll admit, this is a video I put together after watching season 3. So I had a unique perspective. It wasn't the straight on new experience. But rewatching that episode, knowing what I knew about the story after watching season 3, I saw things I didn't see the first time. Things that really went over my head, really stood out and blew my mind. So I really love that deep dive video. But in that video, I pointed out how after the Colony House massacre, when Smiley and the monsters ran amok on the townsfolk, Victor handed Julie his drawing. You guys remember that? Like, they were in Victor's room. Maybe I can pull that scene up, but they were in Victor's room, and Victor had um, gathered things to go. And it was interesting because he had a go bag before he even knew the monsters were in the house. He had a go bag. He was prepared. He had an emergency escape route just for him. And he grabbed his things, sent Julie down the road before he went, put her in a faraway tree, gave her his drawings, and said, make sure these drawings get to Ethan. Now, nothing in this show like that to me has been unintentional. And then we have a scene with Ethan sitting in the kitchen by himself. There's nobody else in the room. And they just focus the camera on Ethan looking at the drawings. And it's a drawing of a boy bringing back the goat from the woods and things Ethan would have never have had that detail about. The show went out of its way to make sure that we saw him get the drawings, look at the drawings, and then continue interpreting the story. So that's an important detail I think we need to remember. Ethan's been interpreting the story from the beginning. He knows exactly how things work when he sees them. and he tells them how things work when he sees them. We need to always follow the Ethan rule. What else we got up in here? Um, Ethan has been spitting facts. Only they took him seriously. I know. I know. This has been painful. This they do it to themselves. They do it to themselves at this point. They do it to themselves. What can we do for them, right? What can we possibly do for them? That bird comes back to life. They will. You know. You know. Hold on. You seen more episodes? Why? Why do I always get this question? Why? Why do y'all always ask me if I've seen more episodes? Huh? What's that about? I don't get it. I don't know why you would ask me that. Um, we got to talk about the motel sign. Star Magic and it changing in Jade's trip. It's at the end of the credits every episode. Dave from California. Dave, my guy, yes, we do. This has been something that has stood out for a very long time. And it's one of the things that I pointed out. You know what? Let's talk about that now. Wait, hold on. What do we got? Oh, wait. I think we got him. 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 Oh, Senorita, thank you so much, Senorita. Coming through on a Sunday. Look, is the show even over yet? Isn't I think it might still be on technically. I don't know. But thank you for giving me time on your Sunday. I really appreciate you. I really understand the value of your time. I really appreciate you giving some of it, sharing some of it with me. Thank you. When those creeps were about to bury Jade alive, they put a slab over him. Maybe he thinks all the other slabs are covering each child, keeping them trapped. You know, maybe, you know, I'm not going to say that you're right or wrong because I honestly just don't know. But I do think that you're onto something about burial. And there's also something about the little um, dirt baby showing up. That little you know, that clay baby, that thing that came that included that one, right? I don't know their names. They don't really like come through with names for them. Yeah. But he came through, said in Kui, and next thing you know, Jade is right back at the beginning of the level. Kind of like a video game. Kind of like a video game. Kind of like an extra life. You ever play like Super Mario Brothers and you going through the level and you get hit by a Goomba or final whatever, and then you got to go back to the save point, the last place that you saved. That's kind of what it felt like. Jade got sent back to a save point. It do. It really do. It really do. It really feels like Jade got sent back to a save point. And I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. I just, what say you? What say you? People in the audience, what say you when you think about that moment? Doesn't it kind of feel like an Aunt Cooey sent him back to a save point, but he remembered the whole level, right? Sound familiar? Know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Come on. Who else we got up in here? We got a few folks up in here from Twitter. I appreciate y'all on the X side, all 10 of y'all. Don't forget to please say something in the comments. We see your comments here on the screen too. I will bring it over and shout you out on over here too. I wonder how Ethan would respond to the cave. Ethan would look at that and tell them. Ethan would then immediately draw them a map and be like, "This way. This way is that way out. This is how we go home, right? This way. Come on." Ethan would go down there and have this thing solved before these little dirty babies showed up and said, and what would happen? Man, let's not make the game that easy, okay? We still have to give these characters a little bit of friction. Skylar the writer, what's going on? Skylar, appreciate you coming through. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Who else we got up in here? Eagles 1. The children were buried where they put Jade. You can see their bones in the grave walls. You could? Let's see. You know what? Let me see. Do I have maybe you guys want to see? You guys want to look at that scene? Let's just check out the scene real quick, right? Let me see if I have it. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. I think I could. Oh, okay. That's what I did. Okay. All right. That was short-sighted of me. Where'd you go? This is I got like a big screen. If I gotta like lean, I gotta. Where's the end of it? I can't. Is this where it ends? Yeah, it's a big screen. But no, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. Can you see the bones in the grave walls? This, you know what? I've been meaning to show you guys this. This is something I've been working on for a little while. I call it theory court. Theory court. Let me see if I can put it together. Maybe I can put it together. Maybe I can't. But let me try. The children were buried where they put Jade. Do we put it on the theory board, or do we put it in the box? And I'm going to need you all to let me know your thoughts on this one as far as whether or not it goes in the board, the box, if we're on Jade mode. Now we need to throw that in a faraway tree. We need to give that to Donna side eye, or if it just needs more clues. Now, I am actually going to take a moment and bring this episode up on the screen for us. And we're going to go back to that scene. And we're just going to check it out together as to whether or not you could see the bones. Now, here we are, right where they're about to put my guy in he's going in the hole. He's going in. What's going on? What do we have? What's happening? Oh man, oh man, I missed a lot of comments. My bad, y'all. And then he gets cooled up out of there. But right before that, let me see if I can get it. Mhm. Do y'all see it? Y'all see it? Let me know if y'all see it. Let me know in the chat. No, in the chat. Let me know in the chat if y'all see it. You see something on the walls? Do you see something on the walls? Let me know in the chat. Let me my screen is too dark. You know, is not this isn't how it looks on your TV? All right, let me try something else. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's a you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this then. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it a bit bigger. Now we see something. Now we see something. Do you see that above Jade's head? On the show, yes, it was on walls behind them. Oh, really? In the episode, you can see skeleton handprints behind Jade. Oh, okay. Dang, they did me dirty. Well, they didn't do me dirty, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to have been able to see um that because as you can see, I can see, but I didn't see that. But I see the skeletons. Yeah, I see the skeletons there. Yeah, I see it, right? Everyone says that they never left the post office, but I'm going to make an argument for you that it was something else. Because I'm telling you right now, uh, my broken timeline theory is not coming off the clue board. Nope. And if all that was not enough, episode 5 finally remembered that Marielle was in the Cicada 3. It finally remembered that she was part of the group project too. Julie has time stuff. Randall, he hears cicadas and tries to delete himself sometimes. And now Marielle is getting pulled back into that chain nightmare energy. Like the town said, oh, you thought you graduated? Nah, your final exam is still loaded. And the ambulance scene was nasty work, right? Like the town is not just haunting her, it held her up. Like when she was taken before, she was in a dungeon. And now she's just walking around doing regular things. It's like it changes the symptom, but the infection is still there. And then we got Sofia in yellow. We got Sofia in yellow. Now, technically, a lot of the setup came in episode 4, but I have to talk a little bit about it tonight because Sarah and Sofia in the same house is one of the most dangerous pairings this show has given us. If and with Sofia walking around with her clearance rack Halloween disguise that this thing is wearing, um, Sarah is oblivious to all of it, and she's susceptible. She's naive when it comes to people who have those warm faces. This is a predator moving into the home of somebody he already knows how to use. So I don't like it, not one bit. So I'm gonna be talking a little bit about episode 4. Of course, we're going to talk about the lake dolls. We're going to talk about the scarecrow clue. We're going to talk about Jade's trip. We're going to talk about Marielle's connection. We're going to talk about Sofia. And then we're going to pull episode 4 up a little bit because that setup made these episode 5 reveals hit harder. So what do those dolls mean to our townspeople from now on? I thought it was really interesting that we saw these dolls show up. Man, what they did to my guy Roger. I don't know, my guy Roger, R.I.P. But after that, they ran. Tamaranda murked one of them. There were like 3 of them, right? There were 3 of them. Tamaranda murked one of them. One of them had their hands on fire, and the other one didn't. And they left. They left. And the show never answers what their fate is. So, what does that mean for the townspeople moving forward now that these dolls are out there? Do me a favor right now. Hit that like button. If you guys are just now joining, if you're new here to the movie vlog, if this is your first time joining one of the live streams, subscribe, drop where you're coming and watching from in the chat. And I need the FROMily on record early. Did episode 5 give you answers? Because this is one of those things that people have been asking for so long. And even though this series has been giving us answers all season long, they haven't always been satisfying to everyone. This might feel different. Tell me, did you get answers? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, did you finally get answers? Who else we got up in here? Oh man, there's a lot of theories, oh man. Ooh. It's gonna take a little time. It's gonna take a little time. Oh man. Okay. Let's switch on up. Let's switch on up. Let's bring it out back. Who do we think instigates the riot on Jade and Tabitha this cycle? Sarah. I think Sarah. I do. I honestly think it's Sarah. Like it why not? Like she still has that American apple pie appeal about her that she might be able to turn on. If not, then just, Sofia, but probably Sarah. What else we got? Probably a lady that got burnt. Oh yeah, talking about something else. All right, let me keep going. That was a new slab they had in the middle of the 7 that they buried Jade in. Makes me wonder what that means. Was you're trying to tell me that there wasn't a center stone there before? Like this time when we go to the same place, minor things are different? Huh. You don't say. That's interesting. I wonder what that could mean. I think Sofia, aka Marielle, will be stirring the pot to make everyone in the town turn against each other. Sofia now knows for sure that Sarah will do whatever she's told to do. Here's the thing. She been with Sophia been with. Let's not forget. So Sarah murked Nathan, right? She was trying to murk Ethan. She got like a little temporary tattoo on her forearm. Y'all remember that? It was like swole for a second, and then it told her to delete the boy, and she immediately interpreted that as it must mean Ethan. She tried. She tried. And she's been doing that since. Anytime she hears the voices, she complies, right? She done took out Toby. She took out Toby. I'm curious why this moment needed validation before they could do whatever he wants to do next or she wants to do next. So it's Wolf, Sofia, and Yellow. You know what I mean? Why do we need to prove Sarah this time? Curious. Um, what else we got? Theory. What if the reason the town always murks Jade and possibly Tabitha isn't because they're actually the ones who murk the children for immortality, not the townspeople? Um, I would. So first off, great theory, great theory, and it would be an interesting plot twist on the writers to reveal that Jade and Tabitha's original lives were the cause of this in the first place. Bravo. I'll give a little poke at that theory, just a little poke at that theory. And I'm going to say if that were the case, I think Jade would have said it. Like when he played the violin at the bottle tree and all those memories started rushing back to him, and he said, "We tried to save the children." I think in that moment, I think he would have been honest. I want to believe he would have been honest. I don't think he would have withheld information as it was rushing to him. Um, and that's the only thing that I think would kind of poke at that theory a little bit. I still love the theory; it absolutely could be true, but that's iron sharpens iron. I just want us all to stay sharp. Let's see what else. The child said, "Remember." After Jade was pushed into the grave, you can clearly see the bones all around them as the crypt is being sealed. The child says, "Remember." I heard "Nkui," which means remember, but yes, yes, remember Nkui. Yeah, yes. Um, I still feel like Jade needs to be careful with the knowledge she just gained. Only if he gets caught. What knowledge? I ain't seen no knowledge. What you talking about? Sitting here tripping on mushrooms. What knowledge? Um, this episode was fire. Yes, yes, it was. Yes, it was. Who else do we have up in here? Uh, your screen is too dark. Oh, it's too. Oh yeah, that was from earlier. Let's see what else. You know what's funny about From are the extras just chilling inside Colleen the house, oblivious to anything going on, until it's their turn, until they get red shirted. Your baby's adorable. My bad. I didn't mean to bring your baby up on screen like that. My fault. I'm sorry. I believe the timeline thing because season one, episode one, with Matthews whooping around in the RV, the train track changed each time. Yes, 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 yes. You see my video? Or we just oh man. Let me see. I thought these blurs were gonna show up, but I guess I invited them too late. Um what else we got? Oh, 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 oh. Um so everything about that lake scene was fire. I like everything from the setup with Roger pulling the rope in the lake to him being the first one to get deleted. Like, if F around and find out could have been an open and shut case within 2 episodes, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Everything about that. So, Roger has been this like little interesting character, kind of like Clara, where we've heard his name, so we remember him because he's part of the show and we're the FROMily. So if you get named, we got you. And he's always been a little annoying. Not quite Dale annoying, but he was on his way. He was on his way. He would line step. He was I wouldn't say he was a habitual line stepper, but he was an occasional line stepper. You know what I mean? So him pulling the rope, unleashing the threat that later Kool-Aid man through that cabin door. How many of y'all? Nah, straight up, hands up in the comments. Hands up in the comments. How many of y'all immediately was like thought, "Ooh yeah"? Tell me that wasn't the first like smash. Ooh yeah. Oh my gosh, Roger. Mandible claw. Like, how many of y'all had that? I know. Tell me you watch Family Guy without telling me you ain't watch Family Guy. Come on. Come on. So Roger pulled on the rope. He is now on the Donkey of From Town list. Um, and it's hilarious. It was poetic, but it was also horrifying because what did they do? You know, what did they do? Like, he put his hand in Roger's throat, and it looked like he ripped his jaw, and then proceeded to shove his wrist into Roger's gullet. Now, that's what it looked like. Ooh. What do we wait. Yeah. Sending so many messages. Not really. When I sit and think about it, this episode had a lot going on, but it didn't answer much of anything. I would disagree with that. So we got confirmation on not only everything with Jade and his reincarnation, we know exactly who he was in past lives. We wondered about that man under the boulder for 5 years. 5 years we wondered, why did Jade see this man under this boulder? Why was he seeing a little mannequin thing guy? Why was he seeing a dude walking around with a skull in his hand? Why? And now we know they were all Jade. Each and every one of them was Jade. And what's even more interesting is we found out what possibly initiates the riot that makes everyone turn on each other. It's when they find out the children are calling for Jade. Every time they find out that they're calling for him, they murk him. And they probably murk him because I would imagine they think it's going to get them home. You know what I mean? We got answers about Jade in this episode, and the only thing we have a question mark with is Tabitha, because we know she gets it worse. What if the dolls go back to the town? That would be wild. I would love to see that. I would. Oh my gosh, I would love Smiley, the dolls, all of these people descending on the townspeople on some like Lord of the Rings type battle. Like they just gonna charge. It's just gonna be a war in the middle. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready for that. Yeah. Let them cook. Let them cook. I think he had to do with Tabitha Fierce or aka her former. I'm sorry. I wasn't following what you were referring to at this point. I'm sorry, Marquisha. Um, Tabitha admitted she knew how to kill the doll, so that's something. Yes. Yeah. So not only did she give us confirmation about the dolls, but do I have it? Let me see if I could. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe I can pull it up. Maybe I can pull it up. Um, man, it's not this dark for you guys. You guys see brighter than this. This is crazy. I'm not getting good stuff. Where is she? All right. So I'm not gonna find it that easily. Tabitha, you know, it's a little hard to make her remember stuff. But one thing I wanted to point out was her clothes. You know how like she remembered she used to be Miranda? Was she remembering being someone else? because it don't seem like she was dressed like someone in the 80s, you know? Let's see. Remember the little girl from episode one who died at the same doll as Tabitha? Wonder what that means. Did she? That's terrifying. That's quite terrifying. That's quite terrifying. Um, do you really? Yes, I got answers. They were clear too, but still allowing us to investigate further. Thank you. I agree. I agree. I feel Sophia and Yellow who manipulates Sarah to murk Jade and Tabitha. Yes, I think so too. I think we're at that point in the series where characters can get touched. I think we're at that point in the series where characters can get touched. Like people who have been with us since season one can get touched. We're about to wrap up. So the only question is who can't be touched out of those folks? Now, I have my three people I think can't be touched in from, but I want to know who your three people are in from you think can't be touched. And if you want, you can give an honorable mention to a fourth. But who are your three people you think can't be touched and from? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is a big one. I have my three people. I have my three people who I think just can't be touched because um, they just can't. They can't. They cannot be touched. Let me know who your three people are. Three people who can't be touched. See what else you guys are saying. Yes, there are now 46 people. Now should be getting a new arrival. It's about that time. But are we only getting one? I hate how the only brought the Asian guy and the white lady along with Tabitha and company to the Lake of Tears purely to use them as cannon fodder. It was so obvious and kind of lame. Listen, Skylar, intellectuals like us can identify a red shirt immediately. Not everybody is on a level. There's levels to this. I appreciate you. We do. But we gotta let some people be on their level. Let them just figure it out. None of the main cast faced any real danger. I thought Donna, you know, what's interesting is it feels like the show has been setting up for Donna to get deleted. Right? She had this whole speech. Um, uh, Tabitha left her a note. A note. I left her a note. Right? And then she announced herself as essentially a member of the Matthews family. And it feels like the show has been setting up her getting deleted so that when it does happen, we feel it even more because of these moments. Let me know what y'all think of that. I it felt to me it felt like Donna was about to get got. I think Sarah has voices from various entities, not just the man in yellow. She heard a female voice that sounded like Boyd's wife, and the other voices that told her to murk the others. Now she got Sophia. This is true. It sounds like a lot of people could tune into her frequency. Oh man, it's been a while. All right. Jade still doesn't know everything yet. He and Tabitha are still piecing things together. I wish they were doing things together. So, there was this one thing about episode 4 that I really loved, and it was how all of the characters were together in the beginning of the episode in Boyd's police station, all working together, sharing information. Now, I know you guys have seen me for the last couple of years scream up and down for these characters to share information with one another. So to finally see them all in the same room at the same time, being open about what they're experiencing. Hey, I think I've been reincarnated a couple times. Oh yeah, we saw a boy in the woods in a white suit. Oh man, there's a dude in a yellow suit that Victor's terrified. Like openly sharing information and then running with it. Please tell me this was everything it was for you as it was for me. Because that was one of the most satisfying moments in From that I wish came years earlier and I wish continued every single episode. Like I want them to be at this like this, like Scooby Doo and Mystery Inc. Back in the mystery van. Like we need to regroup, y'all. Um, does Jade actually know how to save the children, or is his memories scrambled? I don't know. He might remember, remember. He might remember. He might remember. I don't know. Is there now 46 people? That is a good question because we know we now have a quota. I feel like the man in yellow can only interact with the townspeople by being in the town physically because he's using some type of magic spell that he must also touch them like he did to Marielle. Now, I thought it was really interesting that he had to touch Marielle, but he doesn't always touch people to influence them. He's also able to influence them from a distance. So Sofia in yellow is an enigma to me right now because her power seems to have different parameters or she uses them differently depending on the circumstance. So I'm with you to keep an eye on her. I just don't know where to go with it yet. Why didn't Quee kids just can't talk in English? They might have saved us a few cycles ago if they were chanting remember, 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 remember. Oh man. Um, what else did I have? Oh, my three. So let me see. Who are your three untouchables? Oh, okay. Oh man. Next week on From. Okay. I was hoping for more of Julie's story walk in this episode. That's how we bookmark. No, I need the three. I need the three. Boyd, Ethan, Kenny. Honorable mention Julie can't be touched. Boyd can't be touched. Boyd can't be touched. Okay. Okay. But I'm with you on most of these, but Boyd. All right, let me see. Let me see what else everybody else is saying. Let me see. Um Boyd, Victor, and Sarah. Ooh, that's an interesting pick. That is an interesting pick. That is an interesting pick. Boyd, Ethan, and Donna. what's that, like three Boyds, two Ethans, and one Donna, one Sarah? Boyd, Ethan, and Julie. Okay, so Boyd and Ethan are winning. Matter of fact, I should have put up a poll. I forgot I could do polls. My bad, y'all. We'll do that for the next one. But right now, Boyd seems to be on everyone's list as far as who could be untouchable. And I gotta say, I'm surprised at the Boyd. I'm surprised by the people who's out here saying that Boyd is one of the people who's going to be untouchable, because Boyd feels like he's on that hero's sacrifice journey. When you think about everything with the Parkinson's, with him being the leader, with him deleting his wife, losing everything around him, and his son starting to begin the life that he had to let go of in order to protect his family, it really feels like Boyd's journey ends with him sacrificing himself. Marielle said she heard everyone who died there screaming. Their souls are trapped in the lake of tears. So now this is another thing. This is the show's way of giving us another answer. This was confirmation that everyone who gets murked in Fromtown stays there. Now, we heard Ethan say this last episode when he talked about how Jim is still here. He's still here. He's still in Fromtown, and they can still save him. Jim's spirit is trapped in Fromtown along with everyone else. And that is another answer that this episode gave us. We have to pay attention to the writing. We have to pay attention to the way that the show likes to give us answers. It usually does so in the dialogue of the characters. When one character says something, it's a theory. When another character says the same thing or in the same way, now we're getting confirmation. These souls are trapped. Tabitha, Ethan, and Julie. Oh, no boy. Finally. Tabitha. She came home. Die line, die line, die line. Sarah, Jade, Donna. Okay. So my three for who can't get murked are Ethan, Julie, and Kenny. Let me explain. Ethan, as most people will imagine, the show is not going to delete a child. It's not going to happen. Especially one as young as Ethan. They just rarely harm children in television and movies. Julie falls into that same box because her character is like 15. So she might get that plot armor to survive. Plus, she's the story walker. But Kenny is the ultimate example of somebody who survives from and everything that it throws at him. Boyd broke. Kenny endured. So I don't think this show would sacrifice Kenny, especially after we've seen him go on this journey, this arc, where he's learning to step into more responsibility as a leader after Boyd and Donna are gone. It started with Boyd giving him the ropes and leaving him behind as sheriff as Boyd left town. And now we're getting it with Donna as she went to the settlement and she left Kenny in charge of Colony House. So if this were like some weird Batman, Nightwing, I can't say Catwoman, but I don't know. Batwoman, if Batman had a mom for Nightwing and it was Donna, it's kind of like if they were his pseudo parents, they were preparing him to handle life without them. What say you? Did we touch on most of this stuff? Marielle is still marked. Sophia's in yellow. The dolls, Jade enter a timeline bleed, which I want to leave for my video. The man in yellow has been using voices since season one. We talked about that, about whether or not the man in yellow is the same voice that Sarah heard back in season one that told her to murk the boy. Um, there's a couple things I want answered in next episode, and I'm gonna see if I can pull up some quick images from the next episode for us before we start to wrap up, because I think we have received way more than we ever expected in episode 5. It answered so many questions when it comes to who Jade is, his history in this town, what happens to him as part of the cycle, and what he has to change in order to finally escape. Wait, come on. We also learned a little bit about Tabitha and her tapping into her multiple lifetimes. I don't know if we emphasize that enough, but that scene with Tabitha as a little girl, it doesn't look like it's from the 90s or 80s or 70s, those outfits. Oh, no, I don't have any images other than what we've already seen. Oh, we still got some three. Boyd, Ethan, and Victor. I could rock with that. Boyd is already suffering from his condition, a slow death. Is he? Is he? What condition? Parkinson's ain't hereditary. What condition? You sure he got Parkinson's? That was a tough one. I'm a real Cordion Moore fan. I've been a big supporter of this young man for a very long time, but he needs something to do. We need to give Alice something to do. He's been not doing enough with everyone around. He needs something to do. But yeah, I guess that's everything I got for this one. Listen, I'm going to release the deep dive video for us maybe tonight or tomorrow. Um, I don't know, man. This it's just a little hard to focus right now. I got a lot going on, and wish me well, wish me good spirits. I think there's some truth to the episode 6 schedule, so there might be a week off. So I'm gonna plan something for us nice. Um, and I'm gonna probably bring on some guests. Let's bring some guests on and let's do another deep dive into the mid-season reaction and going on to the rest of the season. Maybe I'll get some folks from the cast to join us. I got something for us, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. I really enjoyed talking to y'all. If you're new here to the movie blog, do me a favor, please hit that like button, subscribe, hype this video. Otherwise, I'm gonna check you all later. Peace.